Alright, shalom, shalom. This is part 2. So let's go on to this video. Now, this is a Jake. He speaking about the Ishmaelites or whatever. But I put this video in just to show the temperature of how everybody is moving right now. This video was uploaded 5 days ago. But this is the temperature of how everybody moving right now. Like, everybody's on edge. They're not seeing eye to eye. They're no longer getting along with their neighbors and all that. And this is a recipe for civil war.
Let me tell you Muslims something, because I'm getting tired of all this radical Islam talk. We see what's going on in the UK and Australia. And if you think we're going to have that here, you better think again. If you come to America,
He telling me you better think again. Like, see, Jake be out of they, like, as if Jake gonna do something, right? Y'all gonna be the main ones getting fucked up out here, man. That's why I was like, man, Jake don't have a clue what's about to hit, but I bet he regret all these words he about to say. Because Ishmael is right in your cities, right next to you, Jake. You know, even though we know that all these nations gonna go down, but these Ishmaelites gonna be a product of your death, Jake, because they're all in the major cities, right where Jake is. You'll find some Ishmaelites there, because they the ones who own your gas stations that sell your Black and Miles and your Newport and shit, Jake. They the ones who that own your little fruit markets and all that. You know, your halal meats. You know, they're around, Jake. There's smoke shops and, or what do you call them motherfuckers? Them hookah lounges and all that shit. Jake be going to these Ishmaelites, these so-called Middle Easterners are the ones who got your gas stations, Jake. So while you saying all this shit, Jake, it's gonna really be bad. You know, even though it's fuck them to all these other nations, but
to come into another man's house, take the opportunities, eat the food, and enjoy all the freedom.
Well, first off, Jake, this ain't your house. Like, you see him defending his master. Just
you can turn around and disrespect the culture, the religion, the holidays. We don't go there and mock you and judge you and all your customs and traditions. We don't get.
But yes, they do. That's why they over here. Esau went over there and destroyed these people's shit.
But you come here and just talk all your mess, and somehow we're supposed to just deal with it. America allows freedom of religion, but that doesn't require tolerance for disrespect. You're free to practice your religion and live your life. But what you're not free to do is insult this country while benefiting from it. If you hate America and all our customs and Christianity and Christmas and whatnot, then be honest with yourself. What the hell are you doing here? We didn't ask you to come. You're going to respect the house that you stand in, and you're going to take that energy back.
You see how Jake including himself in this, man? I want to see how much you include yourself in this. When Esau Edom is the one coming down on your dumb ass head, do he not know what's going on right now? Look, they doing these things with the Somalians, right? Now, if you look how the Somalians look, they look dark skinned, right? They don't look like Jake exactly, but they're darker skinned. But what is the excuse they'll have when they start stopping Jake's? Oh, you look like one of the just like, look, they coming for the Haitians. They coming for all of the so-called immigrants, all of the so-called migrants or whatever. So Jake, man, like, this is uncalled for, really. I just played this just to show the ignorance. Like, Jake don't even know what time he in.
You didn't build this country. You didn't fight for it.
These is fighting words. These is, Civil War words.
You died for it.
This is the heart of man right now.
But you're going to come in here and act like you run the place. At the end of the day, nobody forced you to be here. You chose America. Now act like it.
Right. But he don't know what he's saying. Well, we're going to see. It's going to be a lot of craziness popping off. And look what type of energy Ishmael got. Not only is he doing this towards Esau, this is the type of energy he be having towards Jake. Jake be getting treated crazy in these people's establishments, in their gas stations, and their liquor stores, and their hookah lounges, whatever they got. They be getting treated crazy.
Any other city in the U.S. And it recently became the first Arab majority city in.
So let me grab this. Did I already get it? Yeah. Look at the second address, 15 to 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? Because it's about to get crazy. People about to start turning up on each other. Look how, let me get off this. Look how, what they doing in Dearborn right now. And this was posted 3 days ago. This is what they popping off in Dearborn.
Footage shows Shirley attempting to interview an activist named Jake Lang, who was one of the pardoned January 6th defendants. But the interview doesn't go anywhere because at this point, Dearborn basically resembles Fallujah. Watch.
I believe they're going to cancel the 6:30 City Hall meeting because everybody's chimping the out. Stop it! I don't have bananas. Chill out. I don't have bananas. This is not America. This is an insurgency. They are taking over.
And they don't know Ishmaelite a wild man. He's a wild boy. He'll get some shit blown up. He get some shit popping real fast. So look, you see what time of day it is. If Ishmael is in Babylon the Great wilding out like this, surely you know this place about to come down. Because just what, 20 years ago, 25, 24 years ago, right? 9/11. They wouldn't have been, and they'd have been the quietest thing, you know what I mean, walking. But you see what type of energy they on right now?
They're taking over our country. They want us all dead.
What's happening? This is Dearborn, Michigan right now.
Yes, this is Dearborn, Michigan. Any racist is not welcome. No racists here.
Now, that is a video that should be playing on repeat on every.
Now listen to what he about to say. I'm telling you, this is Civil War actions, man. This second address about to pop off. Let me read this. Second address, chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. And man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. This is a
American
part
news
of how
station.
that's going to
The
happen.
president should have responded to this by now. It is footage that 25 years ago, everybody would have
Because he
assumed.
just said in the beginning of the video that people will be trying to come there and they getting kicked out of there. Look.
Came from Iraq or Afghanistan. So to be clear about what you just saw, if you're an American citizen and the mob of Muslims that controls Dearborn believes that you're racist, then you're not welcome in the city any longer. Your constitutional rights to freedom of expression are suspended. You'll be surrounded and hounded by mobs shouting Allah Akbar. And indeed, that is the official position of the government of Dearborn. It was just a few weeks ago, you may remember that the mayor of Dearborn, Abdullah Hamoud, publicly berated a Christian pastor, telling him he's not welcome in the city because of his views. This is the same mayor who, as we talked about yesterday, said he disavows the concept of assimilation. So this tactic of driving out Americans who disagree with the Islamization of the city extends not just to the mob, but to government officials in the city as well. So that's what makes this, among other things, a constitutional crisis. In an American city, no one, not even an alleged racist, quote unquote, should be surrounded, intimidated, and forced to leave for their speech. That's not something that should ever happen under any circumstance. It doesn't matter if he starts talking about bananas. It doesn't matter if he insults Muhammad. It doesn't matter if he burns a Quran. I don't agree with that. I wouldn't do it myself. But this is America. In this country, unlike the Muslim world, we have the freedom of speech, freedom of association. The Quran is not a sacred text that we protect by law. Muhammad is not a prophet whose name we revere in this country.
Hey, things about to heat up. I'm telling you, things about to get crazy, y'all. Things are about to pop off, y'all. And you be looking at the comments, it says, this must stop. We have no other choice. Basically saying, like, they're about to start turning up. But with that, I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Shalom, y'all. On to the next one.